Dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan it, dan 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 dan. I suppose you want to know why this face is appearing and not that little twerp, odious toad. Well, I'll tell you why. It's because that the suits decided that come here. They decided that I am much more entertaining than that little fruitcake. And, well, just having me on a show, that's ratings in itself, you know? And I can move around here, I can move around here, up here, down here, anywhere I want. I could take this camera. Alright? Now, here's the deal. People are going to say, why you gotta have that show? Why have a show? Well, between you and me, you know, when you're a 7-time champion, yeah, 7-time, take that right, 7-time. When you're a 7-time BACW heavyweight champion like me, you can do just about anything you want, alright? Now, here's the thing. What exactly is this show going to be about? It's not necessarily a show, then maybe a small segment, something like that, you know. Basically, it's called What's on Spectre's Mind? Now, see it down here now. You're looking up at me. Here's the deal. What exactly is on my mind? I mean, it could be lots of things. It could be the grinder. It could be Project X. It could be the formation of the NAWA and the other little BWA, CASW, them little minuscule feds like that. It could be a lot of things. Whatever's on my mind, I want to talk about, alright? Alright. Basically, here is what's on my mind today. First off, I told everybody in BACW that I was going to win back-to-back grinders. Nobody listened. They all said, it's impossible, and there's no way that Spectre's going to win. You might as well just count him out. Well, guess what? I won the grinder. Back-to-back-to-back-to-back. Not exactly back-to-back-to-back, but you catch my meaning, you know, something that no one has ever done before. And now, with me being in possession of the title once again for the 7th time, no one is going to be able to stop me. Who's left? Oh, yes, that brings me, yes, there's somebody that supposedly can stop me. And you know who that is? Yeah, the old shithead has come back and reared his ugly hand and has come back to BACW. Yes, I'm talking about the absolutely real, the leader of Project X. Yeah. Now let me just say, first off, let me give credit where credit is due. Be real? I gotta hand it to you, buddy. I didn't see this one coming. I mean, I figured this was some other shithead that was the leader of Project X. You know, but when it comes down to it, everything fit in place. I mean, who else could this be that was going to be the leader of this little group of thugs, cowards, mind you, that is going around attacking everybody and wanting to restore the traditional thing of wrestling back to its roots of mat wrestling. And yeah, you be real. You are the only one that it could have possibly have been. You know, yeah, granted, yeah, you were a multi-time champion back in the day in BACW. You won lots of accolades, and you were the big top dog at the time, you know, a few years ago. But that was then, and this is now, buddy. This is now. And that whole thing with with going back to traditional roots and getting rid of all the nonsense and the violence and the sex and stuff like that in wrestling. Well, that's just not going to happen. I mean, oh, okay. Let's take a look like this, okay? You want to go back to the traditional roots of wrestling, right? All right, now, while we're at it, let's go back to walking or a horse and buggy. Shit, hell, let's go back to crapping out in an outhouse or digging a hole every time you take a shit. Huh? Yeah, let's go back to that. Let's take a step backwards, you know. Let's not move forward. Let's go back to tradition and everything, you know? Because, yeah, that's what the people really want. They want tradition. They don't want something that's modern. Yeah, right. Bull fucking shit. People want violence and people want sex. This is no kiddies program anymore, folks, you know. No more kiddies program. This is for adults. That's why it's called TVMA, okay? It's not TVG or TVY7. No, this is TVMA. And you know, quite frankly, I think the real reason that you are trying to get back to this tradition is because you can't handle hanging with the big boys where it's tough and where it's extreme. Yeah, I think that very much. You want tradition because quite frankly, when it comes down to it, in a hardcore match, you would get your ass handed to you on a platter, and you wouldn't win for shit. Yeah, you wouldn't win for shit. So, here's the deal. Lee, come on back. Yeah, come on back. I know it's gonna happen sooner or later. You're gonna try and challenge for my title. You're gonna have your little minions, your little Project X, aka Rick Righteous or Daryl Resolve, La Sombra, or some other chicken shit like that couldn't handle anything, you know, and what a tradition, you know. Yeah. You bring those little people back, your little buddies, the ones you think that are gonna stop me, and bring back the traditional to wrestling, and get rid of all the hardcore stuff, the extremists, the sex, the violence, and rock and roll, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, you go ahead and try, because I'll beat every single one of them, and hell, I'll even beat you. I'll beat you. Try it.